good morning. We are excited to start a new sermon series on the book of Psalms.
That's right. Psalms is a book in the Bible near the middle, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of different than some of the other books. Unlike a lot of the other books like Matthew, Mark, Genesis, this isn't a storytelling book. It's a book of poetry. It's a book of poetry and songs written about God and prayers written to God. Today, we're going to talk about just one of them, Psalm number 4.
Fun fact guy here, and I have another fun fact. Wow, I twirled, that's pretty fun. Anyway, did you know that the word psalm means song? And because of that, majority of the psalms were wrote in songs. That's pretty cool, so that's why they call it songs. And that's not all. Wait, there's more. Did you know that it was addressed to the choir director? You know, choir director. And did you know that Psalm 4 was played with a stringed instrument? That's a lot of facts, but they're fun. I'll see you later.
Psalm 4. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O men, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your own beds and be silent. Offer your sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have given their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, and you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety.
I'm back, fun fact guy here with another fun fact. Okay, did you know that the book of Psalms has 150 chapters? That's the longest book of the Bible. Whoa! And, wait for it, it has the longest and the shortest chapters in all of the Bible. That is amazing. Fun fact guy, we'll see you later.
So this psalm was written by David as a prayer. We don't know exactly what was happening when David wrote this psalm, but a lot of people think that it's probably when he was fighting against his son Absalom.
That's right. David was fighting Absalom because Absalom wanted to be king instead of David. I'm sure he was probably feeling pretty upset. I would be angry if I was David. But if you look at verse 4, he says something pretty amazing. He says, be angry and do not sin.
Wait, so does that mean that we can be angry and that's not necessarily always a bad thing or sin?
Right.
Anger is an emotion. It's a feeling that God gave us when we see things that are wrong or an injustice that has happened. Being angry in and of itself isn't a problem. It's what we do with that anger, how we act and react that can get us into trouble.
That's right. And David gives us some tips on how to deal with it as well in this psalm. If we look, he says to wait in our beds silently. And he kind of gives us 3 steps. So first, reflect. Think, why are we angry? Is there something making me angry? Is it because I'm not getting my own way that's making me angry? What is it that is bringing this anger out? 2, in our beds. So we need to go away. We need to take some time and we need to wait. We need to wait, let our anger die down, and reflect a little bit while we're waiting. Don't react immediately. And 3, do it silently. While we're waiting, We need to silently be processing through what is it that's making us angry and listening to God, asking Him to help us and thinking about what's right. We don't immediately go, hey, I'm really angry about this thing. This has happened and I'm not happy about it. Can you believe this person did that? No. Stay silent. Keep it to yourself. Reflect back before you react or take any action.
So I could summarize it by saying David says when we're angry, we should reflect, wait, silently.
Correct.
And not tell everyone my problems.
Right.
Kids, can you do it with me? When you're angry, you need to reflect, wait, silently.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, just staying alive. Fun fact guy here with another fun fact. Did you know when you read through the Psalms, you will see this word, Selah. Not Selah Nims. She's awesome. But Selah. And that word means pause and reflect on what you just read. And that's like the Old Testament version of, hey, I should read that again because it was important. I'll see you later, kids. Fun fact guy will roll out.
So David was probably not only angry, but scared. I would have been.
That's right, he was scared. But we also see at the end of this psalm that even though he was scared, he trusted God to help him and to keep him safe.
Yeah. So David was running around and hiding. He was probably in a cave while he was writing this particular prayer out.
Right.
Because there was no other safe place for him to be.
No.
But he knew at the very end of the psalm, we can see he was praising God because he knew that God was going to keep him safe, even with all of the danger surrounding him.
That's right. And so this psalm gives us a time to help us. When I feel scared, I pray the same prayer that David prayed.
Wait, you pray this prayer?
Yep.
But you don't have a son
Nope.
chasing after you.
Nope.
You don't even have a son.
Nope. Definitely not.
So how are you going to pray the prayer?
Well, so I don't have a son, but I do feel angry sometimes, and sometimes I feel scared or nervous. And then I pray just like David did. And I do what he does because I feel the same as what he does.
So you're going to pray the Bible verse?
Right. It's called praying scripture. And it's a great thing we can do when we can't think of the words, which sometimes I get all jumbled up and I can't think of what to say. So I pray what's in the Bible.
Okay, so I've never done that before, and I kind of feel like it would feel a little weird to just say your Bible verse out loud. Can you show me what that would look like or sound like?
Sure. So we've been learning all of these Bible verses. We've been memorizing them over the past few weeks, and they're great for us to be able to remember so that we can pray them out as a line in the prayer. And it helps us to know who God is, know that He's going to protect us, to give us truth when we don't believe it ourselves, and remind us of how awesome God is. So let's have a look. What we looked at today, Psalm 4. David says that he knows who will show me some good. Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. That doesn't completely make sense to me, so I might pray, God, show me the good right now. Lift up my face to look at you, because I know that you care. Help me to not feel angry.
So when you're saying the verse out loud, it's reminding you of who God is and how amazing He is and that He wants to help you.
Yep.
And so then you're asking Him for that help.
Correct.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Can I try it with the last part of the verse?
Sure.
Okay. So when I'm getting scared, maybe at night when I'm going to bed, I could pray, Dear Jesus, help me to not be afraid, even though I'm scared, because I know that you love me and you want me to dwell in safety.
It's as easy as that.
That was pretty easy.
Fun fact guy here just came from the sky. And I have, guess what? Another fun fact for you. Prayer is talking to God, and that is really cool. But did you know that there's 650 prayers recorded for us in the Bible? That's a lot of prayer. And did you also know that the most famous prayer of all is the Lord's Prayer? That is really, really awesome. Fun fact guy.
All right, kids, so this week for our challenge, we have something a little bit different for you. We're going to make a calm jar here, and we'd love you to make them too this week. And then, when you feel angry or scared, you're going to shake it really hard, and while you watch it settle, you're going to pray through Psalm 4. So let's take a look at how we make it. First, you'll need a jar and some water, and you just pour it all in, fill it right up, almost to the top, but not quite. Then take some dish soap or hand soap, add a little bit of that in, take some glitter or grass from outside if you don't have glitter in your house, pour that in, put the lid on, and shake it really, really hard. And as you shake it, let go of those worries, those things that you're scared about, or your anger. And then, while you watch it settle, pray and ask God to help you to feel His peace, His calm, and that you would remember that you are loved by Him and help Him to know what to do next. That's it. It's that easy. You can keep it and use it every single time you're angry.
All right, kids, we have a really great Bible memory challenge for this series on the Book of Psalms. We are going to, over the next 9 weeks, work on memorizing the entire Psalm 23.
Whoa, the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. We're going to break it up into bits.
Okay.
So just like a verse every week, so it'll be manageable. And at the end of the series, if you can say the entire Psalm 23 and have your parents post it on social media using the hashtag TBC Ohio Kids and tagging at Branch Church OH, then you will be entered into a drawing for a great gift card prize.
Can I enter in? I already know Psalm 23.
No, it's for kids.
Oh, but okay, I know that that's a lot for some younger kids.
Yeah.
What if you can't do it all?
Well, there legitimately are some kids who can't, like the kindergartners and the preschoolers. So for them, we're gonna have a separate drawing with a separate challenge. And at the end of this 9 weeks, if they can say just the first 3 verses of Psalm 23, then they are entered into a drawing for a gift card as well.
That's awesome. So where do we start?
So this week we're gonna start with Psalm 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
That's a pretty nice one to start with.
Yeah.
It's not too long.
Not at all.
Awesome. Well, parents, we also have something coming out for you midweek. So we're going to be sending out a document that has some activities you might want to do, some questions for discussion to follow up on what we've talked about today, and we'll also be reminding you about the memory challenge. We also are going to have a Right Now Media link underneath this video if you want to use it later on in the week to think back on what we've talked about today. And that's all we have for you this week. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye.